know something I noticed that's a little bit different? We let go of multiple coaches, but the Cowboys, they taking their time with these new coaching hires, and I like that. Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back, like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? Happy Friday. How you feeling? I'm feeling marvelous. You know what I'm saying? I've been a little under the weather, trying to pull through with that, but spirits are high. Um, Watching these Pro Bowl games, or I don't know what they call them, but I mean they're kind of interesting. They not. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I do miss football already. It's crazy how fast it seems like it comes, and then those 4 or 5 months fly by, and now we getting ready for the Super Bowl, which is crazy to me. But that's the nature of the beast. What I've been thinking about this week. Oh, and before I get into that, man, I appreciate all the support. All the support, man. I hit 12,000 followers on Twitter. That's a big deal to me. I appreciate y'all. And I'm trying to get to 17K on YouTube, man. If you like the content, you know what I'm saying, rock with me. Hit the sub button. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, I understand. I ain't tripping. But just think about this Cowboy coaching thing, and, you know, why we haven't been just like making rapid fire hires, and, you know what I'm saying, getting rid of Kellen Moore and um, linebackers coach and Philbin and, you know, Mike McCarthy's assistant coach. Like a lot of movement. It had me thinking, okay, maybe they had a plan on who they wanted to bring in next. So I thought it was going rapid fire, like, hire, that type of situation. But it hasn't been. It seems to me that they've been taking their time trying to put certain pieces in place because they want this team to be coached and ran the right way. They're not just throwing anybody in there. Like I said before, I've done some research on Mike Solari. I'm going to try to do a whole video on him. I'm the new offensive line coach. He's been around for a while. He's coached under Landry, coached for multiple NFL teams. He seems to be a teacher. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like it's not that Philbin wasn't, but I think that they want to kind of rebuild or revamp the teachings of the offensive line, technique and everything. So I like that hire. I do. Of course, the next domino we're looking to fall is, offensive coordinator. We already know we're going to probably be running a variation of the West Coast system. Mike McCarthy's, bread and butter. That's what he do. A lot of slant concepts, quick drops, 3-step, get the ball out. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of, long 5-step, 7-step drops and all that extra stuff. It's a yak creating system. It's one that promotes high completion percentage. I just think it's dope. I think we're going to run a variation of what Mike McCarthy's going to run his whole career, but I do think it's going to be excellent for Dak Prescott. Something new, something else to wrap his mind around. I'm loving that Mike McCarthy's going to be calling the plays at least majority of the time. I'm just curious to see who he's going to bring in under him. Are we going to have a run game coordinator, a passing game coordinator? Are we going to just do offensive coordinator? And we've interviewed, at first I thought they was just throwing this interview out there. It was Jeff Nixon from the Panthers. I think there's like their running backs coach or something like that. And it looked like, oh, that's just a Rooney Rule thing, because he's an African American. But then they interviewed Thomas Brown from the Rams, offensive coordinator. And that, apparently he's highly sought after in the league, and he's African American, or black, whatever you want to say it. And that kind of threw me off, because I was like, you're trying to throw me off the scent? Because I hate to say it like that, but I felt like they wasn't going to even consider any African American offensive coordinators, because I think you would go like Byron Leftwich or somebody like that. But then they interviewed today a gentleman named Brian Angelchio, I think. Pardon me for mispronouncing his name. That was the Vikings offensive coordinator, and now I'm not confused. I started to think, I said, Cowboys really taking their time with this coaching search. They're interviewing multiple people, trying to get a real understanding of what they want to do going forward. They're not just throwing anything at the wall, grabbing anybody. And they didn't just hire Brian Schottenheimer. Now, they might do that in the end, and this might just be to throw us off the scent. But that's what everybody was thinking. They're going to interview somebody and hire Brian Schottenheimer. He's coached under McCarthy before. He's already on the staff. McAdoo's on the staff. Things like that. But it seems that they're really taking their time looking for offensive coordinators. Now, they might hire one tomorrow. Shut me up. But right now, I like that they're taking their time looking through everything. I'm hoping that they're doing the same with quarterback coach. These hires are pivotal. You watch what real offensive coordinators and quarterback coaches can do. I would love for what's his name? Ben Johnson, the quarterback coach for the Eagles. Surprised he hasn't got an interview, and maybe he will. But you see when you get in proper coaching can do for a quarterback. Jalen Hurts was not considered one of the better quarterbacks in the league last year. Let's call a spade a spade. Just young with a bright future. They put the proper coaching around him, and he exploded. Had a great, phenomenal year. I ain't going to take nothing from him. We have a veteran quarterback that seems to have lost his way a little bit, foundationally from, his fundamentals and stuff like that. I want to bring somebody in that can re-implement that. Him and Kellen Moore was just too friendly. They was friends, man. When Dak was messed up, he probably was just like, it's going to be all right. Instead of just like, it ain't that they need somebody to yell at Dak. He an adult. You just need somebody that's going to point out where he's making a mistake and tell him, hey, man, you got to do better. That's unacceptable. Those type of things seem trivial, but they're important. Accountability. Accountability is a word that a lot of people in real life, not just the NFL, need to start, taking into order. And Dak needs to be more held accountable from the coaches and his teammates. Not in a asshole, mean. No, we expect more from you because we seen your greatness. That type of accountability, not the accountability that the haters want to act like you perfect and you got to make every single pass. No one does. I just want him to get back to the thing that was driving him. Whatever that hunger was that Dak had before, seems they're gone missing. I want him to refine that, refocus, what I'm saying? And good coaching, great coaching can do that. That's why this offensive coordinator hire is so important. Because I feel like they're going to be doing a lot of communicating with Dak. A lot of the X and O work, a lot of stuff behind the scenes as they rebuild this offense to the image of what Mike McCarthy wants. I like that. I do. I'm curious to see who else they're going to interview. I'm not even familiar with some of these names. I just know that they all have West Coast principles. So I know for a fact that's what we're going to get. A coach that's West Coast, like, oriented. And maybe I should do a video. See, y'all going to laugh at me. Maybe I should do a video talking about why I think the West Coast system will help Dak. Should I do that? Yes or no? Y'all let me know in the comments. Should I make a video from my perspective, from a layman's offensive perspective, why the West Coast system will help Dak? Because, I know the general principles of just getting the ball out quick, slants and stuff like that. I feel like it'll be perfect, especially for someone like CD. Get the ball in his hands fast, let him go to work. CD's a yak monster. You know what I'm saying? Get the balls in his hands and let him go to work. The haters are going to say, this is such an easy system. Multiple teams run it. Shanahan, what was it, Sean McVay, Vikings. A lot of the great offensive teams run West Coast systems. What I love about West Coast systems are predicated on getting the ball out fast and running game. The Cowboys need to get back to their identity. We in history, the Cowboys are a running team. Dorsett, Emmitt Smith, Zeke early in his years, Marion Barbarian. Like, we run the ball well, and that's what leads to our success. We've gotten away from that. Like, consistently, not running it to fill a quota. That's kind of what Kellen was doing. I feel like running the ball just so we wouldn't say nothing. We got to get back to our identity. We run the ball to throw in Dallas. We don't throw the ball to run. Did you hear that? There ain't no slight to Dak Prescott. It was never a slight to Troy Aikman or the Staubach or anybody. We've always ran the ball incredibly well. We've had good offensive lines. And the run opens up the pass. You have to be cultivating this thing around your quarterback. Getting a more established run game. Reassuring the offensive line, technique, getting a player or two. Helping somebody rebuild his fundamentals. All of this is just about getting Four back on track because Four is such a pivotal linchpin to this team. But look, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about the fact the Cowboys is taking a time with this coaching search. I like that though. I like that. I like not rushing. In the offseason, we it's February 3rd. We got time. In the next couple of weeks, we'll probably fill the rest of the coaching staff, and then it's going to be time to get to free agency. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, man. I'll holla.